Sofia is a very passionate language learner. She asks a lot of questions about grammar, about rules, is it okay if she do this instead of that, etc.
Hello, my name is Sofia. I am from Managua, Nicaragua. My native language is Spanish, but I also speak English and Brazilian Portuguese. I am doing an experiment where I am going to study Indonesian for 1 hour every day for 2 months. And my main goal is to know at least 100 words and to know some basic phrases such as hello, good morning, how are you? And I hope I can learn in this language which I have zero knowledge about. So I really hope I can learn at least 100 words. This is the end of day one. The activities were exactly as I expected. I expected to learn greetings, saying hello, goodbye, nice to meet you. Actually having like steps to follow, particular steps to follow, I think that is very, very important for me because it gives you like a guide what to do next, right? You're not alone. So missions for me are very, very important because they give you like a hint. I am going to try and figure out the correct answer. Today I am planning to do a few more missions. This is day number 6 of the experiment because also on the mission seems like I am going to learn at least 20 words today. I just finished today's session and first of all I didn't do very well at learning 20 words. I really thought I was going to nail that mission and I absolutely didn't. I am going to try and finish the learn 20 words mission. I want to learn more about numbers, the translation exercise I was doing. Like I just cleared a bunch of tests. So it was very, very productive. I could see that some words that I learned at the very beginning of the process were being asked. And I didn't remember them as well as I should. I think it's normal, right? Like at the end of the day, I've been learning Indonesian for 10 days now, so it's completely normal to forget some words, to have some mistakes. So I'm not panicked. This was day 11 of the experiment. Overall, I have no particular feedback to give. Everything was perfectly nice, as expected. I did around 7 or 8 tests. Today I'm just focusing on clearing all of my tests. I am very happy to announce that the day has finally come. I finally accomplished the 20-word mission and I feel so proud of myself. It took way longer than expected. 20 words seem like a little, but it's not. Today, once again, I am focusing on clearing as much tests as possible. Well, I just finished day 15 of the experiment and I wrote my first story. It was a little more than 50 words, which is the minimum, and I even struggled to reach it. Well, I just finished today and I'm happy with the results. I had the feedback that I expected. It's good. It's really good. I am really happy to have feedback on my tasks. One thing is that the message that the person sent me was about the story I wrote yesterday. And it was funny to me because the question was, can you translate this sentence from my task, from my story, to English? It's because the message wasn't very clear. And I don't feel bad about it. I find it funny because I am going to try and do my third story. I'm hoping I can finish it in less time than previous days. Because clearing tests right now, I think it's my number one. So I'm going to try and finish the story. I know writing stories it's as important as everything, but I felt like maybe doing both things in the same session wasn't working for me. So I prefer to focus on something one day and focus on another thing the second day or the the other day. Today I'm going to focus on writing stories. I'm super happy that this person, by the way, it's not the same person. This is not May anymore. So now I have two people officially helping me with my learning process. I think I'm seeing the consequences or the results of only memorizing or um, studying words. For example, I read a new lesson and then I take my test and then I write a story. I'm seeing the consequences of not having proper grammar, uh, a proper grammar background. For example, the person that did the corrections in yesterday's story told me that most of the vocabulary I wrote was on point. And this person is advising me or suggesting me to work on that part. So once again, I have absolutely no way of knowing this is how it works in Indonesian because I haven't had any kind of grammar background. The thing is, once again, I have no way of knowing this is the proper way without this kind person taking time and reading my story and writing feedback for me. But once again, I think this is an example on how important it is to maybe even before starting lessons, even before starting vocabulary, to have at least a little thing to explain the basics of the grammar. Well, I just finished today's session and I'm very happy with the decision I made of going to a forum and starting a topic myself, not replying to what someone else wrote, but actually starting one myself. I really hope so because I think I also want to scroll around the forums again. I wanted to take my time and answer every sentence because I wanted to make sure I was using the correct grammar structure, and I think it didn't go as well as expected. I want to emphasize on the importance of finding all of those posts. It's really relevant for me, like sentence structure. Now that I have vocabulary mixed with tenses, mixed with sentence structures, I just finished today and I'm very happy with the results. I think I did good on the sentence tests. I definitely have like a method, like reading again, reading carefully, then comparing the sentence with the examples, the sentence with the structure, the sentence with the with the structure. And I did that and it definitely took longer than expected. Like I couldn't clear as much as I wanted, but I don't regret it. Like at the end of the day, the important part is to actually learn. Everything has gotten much better. Now it depends on me, and that's it. I want to thank Maya once again. I feel very proud. I did very good, and actually, if we scroll down to the paragraph, like actually, there's not that many mistakes. Like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If we compare this paragraph to the ones that I wrote at the beginning, the improvement is clearly there. So, for example, let's check this one. I don't know. Like in here, everything was green or almost everything. Once again, I'm like seeing this paragraph and there's so much white, but I'm very happy. Really, I am. I'm glad I took the decision of taking a trip down the memory lane and reading again all of the stories I've written so far. I think it was very helpful. Like getting to now identify my own mistakes, that's very important. I feel very empowered. I'm going to focus on clearing word tests. I want to go straight to it. My only objective of today will be clearing more tests. Well, I just finished the session and I'm super happy because I finally cleared all of the tests that I had pending. Today I'm going to do a few more lessons, maybe 2 or 3 more, I don't know. I will focus on finishing the listen task. Well, I just finished today's session. I'm actually kind of proud of the result that I had of the listening task. I know it wasn't perfect, like I have plenty of mistakes, but they weren't as big as I thought they would be. Like, if you see them like closely, I don't know if I'm being way too positive about this, but I honestly think my mistakes are not as bad as not as bad as I thought they were going to be. Like, honestly, the mistakes were spelling, punctuation. Today I will try to do the reading task. Trying the reading task once again. I will once again try and do the reading task. So I just finished today and I did a lot actually. It was a very productive day. It's very funny, like not funny, but it's fun. It's fun to do. Like it's interesting. It's kind of different to things So I just finished today's session and I'm very happy with the result. It was a productive day. I not only had the time to clear tests, but also to like read and listen to the feedback that I got carefully, and also I had the time to do other activities. Well, one activity. I decided I'll just focus on doing tests. Today I'll focus on tests. That's it. I'm hoping like the best thing would be to finish it today. Thing happened because I was doing the activity that I don't know the name, but the activity where you listen to an audio and then you type what you I think that's the activity, right? You listen to an audio, you type what you read, and you have to look for the match in the list of words. But the thing is, I was doing that and I did levels 1 to 5. This is not the first time this has come up to me, but word tests are slowing me down. I don't know if I'm the one that doesn't understand how this works. Probably, it is very likely that I'm the one that is not understanding how to clear them properly. Like I'm doing something wrong, and that's the reason why I can finish it and I can move forward from that point. But I'm very stuck, and once again, I don't know if I'm the one that's not understanding well, because at the end you have a lot of activities and I assume you can do the ones that fit better, like that you like the most to practice. Doing activities yourself, like writing and creating your own paragraphs, your own audios and stuff. Lessons, number 2, tests, number 3, putting it into practice. That's the idea that I had in my mind for my process. Today's conclusion is that I'm stuck and that I should be doing something differently. I'm hoping I can get this sorted out sooner or later, because definitely like the process is not flowing. I'm definitely stuck. But let's hope I can fix that sooner or later. I just cleared tests. I literally did nothing else. Down to 72. And at the beginning was 117.
You ready?
Well, yeah.
Okay, you can start. Okay, let's go to sentences. First question. First audio, I mean.
Apa kabar?
Do you want me to play again?
No. The thing is, I had 2 options, but I'm going with my first option. So yeah, next.
Okay.
Siapa namamu?
Okay, if you can play that one again.
Siapa namamu?
Let's go to speak. Liwan, I don't understand you.
Saya tidak bisa.
Number 2, I'm watching movie.
Saya blank space film.
Okay. read is you just need to read the sentence.
Apakah aku bisa membantumu sesuatu?
Okay.
Tolong bicara lebih pelan.
And you will write the translation of the sentences.
I will.
Congratulations on completing the test.
Eh,
Okay, we are very glad from the behalf of other teams which are not here.
Oh, very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you also.
Bye-bye. Have a good
Okay.
night. I think so.
Yes, thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
So the experiment is officially over, but I wanted to take a few minutes in here just to talk about my final thoughts on the experiment, how I felt during the process, the results, and overall I feel very happy. I feel very accomplished. Um, During the test, I definitely feel like I could have done better. But at the end, I did what I could. I definitely did my best. So that's very important too. And it's been 2 months of learning Indonesian, and I honestly couldn't be happier. Like, I would have thought that my progress was going to be a lot more since how I felt at the test. But at the end, I was thinking, and I did start this whole experiment without knowing one single word in Indonesian. Like, not even hello, yes, no, nothing. And it's a language that is so different to the ones that I do know, Spanish, English, and Portuguese. And that definitely caught me off guard since the very first minute that I started learning. It was so different. There were so many things that I didn't even understand how they were possible. Like, there is no to be. So that's definitely the thing I like the most, like the community of people that are helping each other with tips, with explanations, etc. And on the other hand, I do like the variety of options that is provided. Like, you can do some things like by yourself, like test taking, and there's other things that are more in community, like stories, reading tasks, the forums. I really like the part of the forums where you can even recommend TV shows, movies, etc. Because I've explained this several times already, but movies and TV shows are my number one teachers. Really, like, so I loved being part of this process. Again, thank you to all the people that helped me, and not only that helped me, but gave me the opportunity to do this. I'm deeply thankful. And I'll definitely continue using Blangoid. Like, I loved the experience. And not only I want to keep learning, but I also want to help others like they helped me. Spanish is definitely, like, Spanish is my native language, so it's definitely not an easy language to learn. So I feel like I can provide a few tips that might be helpful. But overall, the experience was great. I feel very proud actually, because it wasn't easy. Definitely, it wasn't easy, but it's very rewarding to be in this point, and I'm super happy I get to experience this.
Hello, my name is Mega. I'm native Indonesian. Following Sofia's learning process, it makes me relearn Indonesian. I mean, how many of you relearn your native language at this age? Just for fun, with no reason. Sofia is a very passionate language learner. She asks a lot of questions about grammar, about rules, is it okay if she do this instead of that, etc. And it not only makes her grow, but it also makes me grow. And coming from an English teacher background, I think she already has her own method of learning a language. Learning a language is not an easy process. Fun, yes, but easy, not really. Especially if your own language is very different from the language you're currently learning. I mean, I had a friend from other country. He was in Indonesia for at least 6 years, but he still needed assistance every time he want to explain something simple to his driver, which is an Indonesian. And seeing Sofia test result, which is 25% something, I think I'm confident that this won't be a case for her. 25% means A1 level, more or less. At this level, you may expect that you can hold a simple conversation like with a taxi driver, or when you want to purchase something in a store or in a market, or even to hold a simple conversation in daily with your friend. And seeing that her vocabulary and writing test results are higher than the other section, I think her passive knowledge of Indonesian is probably better, because that is what you develop first in the early stage of language learning. So I think currently Sophia already able to grasp the general meaning or general information from the text that she read, or from something that she heard in Indonesia. Lastly, Indonesian people are very welcome and usually very excited when someone not native is trying to learn our language. And personally, I'm proud of what Sofia has achieved right now, and I think this experiment has reached its goal successfully.